is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dream.
This is the main reason why husbands be looking all older than their wives, because they have drained themselves of their life force to give this woman whatever she wants. And then she finds him undesirable and now she wants to go step out. Nah, man, I think she was on point until she got to that part, man. But most women that think like that, they got the wrong idea. You're supposed to make yourself happy. What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we got another banger for you, man. And we're going to be reacting to a video from ABA&PREACH. So apparently they got a new red pillar on their radar. And he goes by the name of David Cooley of the Nofugazee podcast. Now, me personally, I'm not really familiar with his content, but I see it sometimes when I'm scrolling, like on Facebook or Instagram. And from what I've seen, he says what the typical red pills say. You know, I don't have nothing against the red pill community or the blue pill. I'm not a part of either one of it, but sometimes I think it's a bit childish. You know, it does get a bit childish, especially with women going against men, men against women, and then you got certain men, which is the blue pill, and then certain men that's the red pill going against each other. It's crazy. It is crazy, bro. But we about to get into this reaction today, man. And I just need for y'all to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can get these uploads when they drop, man. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
It's not real. None of it is real.
You imagine us starting this YouTube channel and just like talking about YouTube every day, like, you know, we rank in the top 0.1% of all YouTube channels. That's why we're a top tier YouTube channel. Yeah, absolutely. And when there's two black men, which makes it even more rare.
Just shut the fuck up and just do content. Yeah, it's
We've made over 1,000 videos. 95% of them all monetized. We are the top 0.1%, which is not even a real percentile, but it doesn't matter. You understand?
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that is a little weird to really just, you know, to speak that highly of yourself like that, bro, you know. And me personally, I don't think those are the things that ups a man's value for a woman. I don't think. Being tall, maybe, because you got some women that like tall men, but then you got some women that don't like tall dudes. I mean, you know, because I've seen it. You know, but yeah, it is kind of cringy though.
Now that you put it that way, it's weird.
Yeah, we are top tier YouTube.
Stop. Don't.
I think we might be the top 5 YouTube duos of all time.
You can walk.
Name a better duo than us. It's like 3-4 of the max.
I mean, I know there's none in the UK.
Yeah. Just say it. That's us, bro. Top tier.
I'm never gonna get
And the modern fan doesn't even qualify. The modern fan, like the modern audience doesn't qualify for a YouTube channel like ours. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all don't qualify.
Modern fan.
That's it.
That's funny.
That's it. Just call a spade a spade. You guys don't deserve us. Y'all not grateful enough. Y'all don't pay enough money. You know what I'm saying? What did I say that's wrong?
You sound like...
We offer 4 to 5 videos a week free for these.
I think what he's doing is he's trying to help people understand how cringy that was that he said that about himself. Basically tooting his own horn and trying to make people see how it sounds when a YouTuber toot their own horn. So yeah, clever, but I already felt that way when he first said it. So
cheap bastards, right? Brokies. And they gonna sit here and try to tell me how to run this channel. You guys are ungrateful.
Yo.
And the modern audience does not deserve, because if you think about it, 20, 30 years ago, think about how traditional audiences used to be.
Yo.
They used to faint when you walked in the room. They used to throw hundreds of dollars for you at a concert for a meet and greet. These niggas want to talk to you in the DMs for free. The modern audience doesn't deserve top tier quality entertainers like us.
Congratulate. That was crazy.
Because think about it. This channel makes over $1 million a year.
Think about this.
Okay, think about this. Makes over $1 million a year, so we're in the top percentage just on that alone. And we're black, so if you factor that in, cool. And we're both over 6 foot tall. Me, not you. Doesn't matter. But I drag you up.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
You know, give you some lips. The modern audience does not deserve us.
No.
Think about this.
As a 5 foot man, 5'5" man, I don't even deserve myself.
I'm just saying, you're welcome. So, y'all need to do better, because or else we're gonna go to Asia and find us some modern audiences that know how to appreciate us. Them K-pop fans are way better than these Negroes. K-pop fans they ride or die.
Are we gonna start to do K-pop?
If we were a K-pop group, Fresh and Fit would have been assassinated.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know, these boys destroyed Fresh and Fit. I'm talking about, I don't even think they've been able to recover from that. I'm gonna just be honest, man. Really, I'm gonna be honest with you. Fresh and Fit, they really drove their sales into that ground. That's just, I really believe that they really sabotaged their own channel. Cause yeah, I remember they went live. They switched to go to Twitch. And when they were live, they started talking about some crazy stuff and Twitch shut the live down. I'm talking about banned it. Yeah, but that's a whole nother story for another time.
6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Hunter, before we go, what's your math saying?
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you, I would never consider top tier. A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship, right? They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman. A top tier man creates space for a woman to feel good about herself. A top tier man supports the dreams and the ideas of a woman. A top tier man prioritizes a woman. A top tier man is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dream.
And with
But I
all
digress.
that
Whoa, I was with her till she said he's working hard as he can to give her the life of her dreams. Yeah, now I don't know if I agree with that one because this is the main reason why husbands be looking all older than their wives because they have drained themselves of their life force to give this woman whatever she wants. And then she finds him undesirable and now she wants to go step out. Nah, man, I think she was on point until she got to that part, man. But most women that think like that, they got the wrong idea. You're supposed to make yourself happy. You're supposed to create the life of your own dreams. And I just add to it. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be an addition to it. No, you're supposed to already be happy. That's not my job to make you happy. You're supposed to already be happy and living the life of your dreams before I even come in. Then we can live the life of both our dreams together. That's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, these women these days, man, they got it twisted. And this goes back to what I was saying. I'm not saying that women don't have their problems. They do. I just don't think that men and women should be going and back and forth with each other. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it. I spoke it. I said it. Don't mean anything, but that's just my opinion.
that stuff that you just said, that was just womanese talk. That
Womanese is also 6'4", black, attractive. I don't know too many women in my circle who desire a 6'4" man still wearing braids.
Damn. And it's crazy. They always got to go for the low blow, man. Leave the man braids alone. Damn.
Let me ask you a completely different question. I'm going to go left. Is it just me, or do Negroes really like dating podcasts? Making them, participating in them. Yeah. I feel like, considering how small of a representation we are in regards to the media landscape, it is absurd how much we dominate these like dating topics and red pill stuff. What is it?
It's crazy that these podcasts even exist. I mean, it's a serious case of men have no brain to think for themselves. I already followed one man in my life, and that was my father. May his soul rest in peace. and I had my uncles and you know, big brothers. I already had the men in my life that I need to follow to make me the man I am today. But I get it. Most guys didn't have that. They didn't have that. I was fortunate enough to have that. So they feel like they can follow these guys, these internet gurus, and these guys can give them advice on their relationships and how they should approach life when it comes to a woman. But in reality, man, they're just giving you narcissistic advice that's going to keep you single, bro. It's not going to get you nowhere. Like, for real, bro. Like, most men that are in that community, they have no emotional control. They have no emotional intelligence. So whether they see it or not, when I'm sitting back watching their show, their platforms or their content, I'm already saying that these dudes are emotional, bro. Emotional doesn't mean always lashing out. You can hear emotion in the way you explain something and how you talk. So yeah, it's two emotional people, a woman and an emotional man, and they clashing, and that's never gonna. It's a never-ending cycle, and it's never gonna amount to anything. Period.
Because I think this is like kind of adjacent. What do you think that draws us into like these kind of podcasts where it's like 6 unqualified people with an opinion telling you how dating has to look?
In the media world, it dictates a lot of our lives. It dictates a lot of the drama that we're watching. It dictates a lot of the entertainment that we're watching. The dating world is, I feel like, the epicenter of what black people watch.
Okay.
Entertainers just do music. No, we have to be invested in how they date. And then we want to emulate and replicate that because that's the basis of what a goal is. So it's not just that we're watching these quote-unquote idols, we want to emulate them. The way that they're dating, and the dating is basically the epicenter of how we live in. How do we dress? Why do we dress like? Why do we dress so fly? To attract. Why do we have certain things? Everything we do is to attract other people. Dating and having a family is the epicenter of the goals of these people. And I say these people, and I'm not talking about
I heard
people.
what you said when you said these people. We all heard you. We know what you meant.
So when I say these people, I'm talking about the people. I feel like there's two different kind of people. The people that live in social media, and to them, that is the reality. And the people that live outside of social media. Like these people, the people that live in social media, and that is their reality, they are so invested in this and that. The popcorn is out, and they want to. And real life is not so much of all about that.
Nah, in real life, I could really care about that because I got bigger fish to fry. Like, I don't even see how people invest themselves into stuff like that. You know, I don't even see how people attend those dating summits that they be having where you go to these venues and you sit down and watch people talk about what they think a man should do for a woman and what a woman should do for a man. Like, bro, really, this is what we've come to? And people don't even realize none of this stuff is helping relationships. I've yet to hear anybody in that community say that they have gotten people married. No, it still causes a problem. It still causes a problem, bro.
I haven't put my finger on why there's like an overrepresentation of black dudes in the red pill space.
You know, us as black men, we don't have in the media, we're not really valued. And the search of value and proving that we're valued is to have money, to have control of a relationship, to have a lot of people, a lot of girls or whatever. I think that's what's been prone for us to have value. Whereas someone that really has all those things, the money and everything and stuff, oftentimes don't really talk about it. They don't need to boast about it. I think we've been put down so much, and we're in a search of looking like we have value, and we are. You know, I'm worth it, man. I got this. You know what I mean? I got a job. I got money. We've been put. I don't know if it's because we've been put down so much that we're in a constant search of.
I tell you what it is. I think society has created and not just society, but women have created. No, let's start with society. Society has created this narrative that if you're not dating a man of high value, yeah, that word trash, but anyway, of high value, then you're losing. So with that being said, men are going to force themselves to be high value men or play the role of a high value man to get these kind of women. And if that's your reason for getting a woman, you'll never find true love, because if you get a woman based off that premise, what happens if you go broke? She gonna dip on your ass, bro. Period.
Or a constant way of showing that we have value, that we have value, that we have the money, the honey, the everything. You know what I mean? All these years that we've been put down, we try to compensate for that by showing the wealth, the money, the cars, and we have to show this and that.
In regards to what they said in the video, you know, the guy rambling about the 6'4" and 100K stuff, I think this is true both for men and for women. There's what gets you to the dance, and then there's what makes the dance good, right? So, in a similar token, like, there's what makes you attractive to people in a dating context, but there's what keeps a relationship going. And it's interesting that when he defined something that's top tier in regards to a man, everything was external and physical, right? It was his height, it was the amount of money he made. But I think anybody who's been in a relationship knows just because you have money and you have height, you're not going to maintain that relationship. There are skills you need. There are a lot of different aspects of a relationship in terms of compatibility and compromise you need. And it's just interesting to me that when a lot of these guys from these kinds of spaces talk about what is seen as endearing or really good for a man to have, none of it ever involves relationship-related skills. If he was just to say, listen, when it comes to being able to run through a bunch of women and smash them, yeah, you know, I'm tall, I make money, okay, cool. But I think what she was relating to was more so the relationship aspect and things that actually keep you endearing within a long-term relationship. I think they both have a piece of the answer. I just think as a man, if you were to ask me what would be considered a top-tier man or a man of high quality, I don't think I would just say his money and his height. I think just even amongst men, if we were to define ourselves, is that really what you want to be defined as? And you might say, well, but that's what women are attracted to on the outset. The same way you as a person is going to be attracted to a woman's physicalness, right? But what else do you need? You need her, if I'm a red pill guy, okay, I'm not, but let's say I was. You need her to be submissive. You need to be agreeable, right? You need her to be diplomatic. So you're not relating to things that are physical, but you're not going to know that stuff unless you date her, right?
Facts. If you don't date her and figure out who you dealing with, bro, you're gonna make a terrible mistake. And just like dudes can put on a character and lie about who they really are, women can do it too. And those are just the facts. And that's what people skip over and they forget about that part.
So when you think of a top tier woman, you're going to look to her characteristics, her character, right? Her ability to be, because as attractive as she is, if she doesn't have those qualities, you're not going to qualify her. Why is it any different for a man, right? He didn't talk about the leadership aspect of a man. He didn't talk, if you're still operating on those traditional values, right? So it's just interesting to me that these guys will harp on this kind of stuff, but when they actually go to describe, they just talk about money and they talk about their height.
The way they talk about high value is not functional. To be a high value man, I think you have to be functional and within the confine of a relationship. When you talk about money and all that stuff, like, it is not functional. It shows it's luxury, but it's not functional.
Yo, listen, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, but I wish those terms died with him.
The high value?
All that shit. That was like the start of a really cringe path for a lot of us, and it's not died down, especially for some black folks. So just like, bro, stop saying that shit. Every time people say it, I just expect some goofy shit. Just like, it's corny to even call yourself that.
Yes.
Because, like, aside from looking braggadocious, you look like a cornball who's consumed too much online shit. It's like when I hear patriarchy, or when I hear you see how you roll your eyes? I think I roll my eyes when I hear high value man. I'm like, what have you been consuming for you to use that word? Even if what you're talking about might be real, the fact that you're using that word tells me the same way if I hear someone say patriarchy, instantly my head is like, I'm going to relate to you to all the cringe people I've heard use that word. I think men can be better served with talking about things that are actually valuable as a man in general and not just to women, right? Because I think a lot of those characteristics that matter to other men in terms of loyalty, in terms of being there for your friends, in terms of just being about your word, right? These are all qualities that we find endearing between each other, right? When I would define what is a great man in terms of like a man I would trust, somebody who lives out his principles, women would find that endearing as well. I've never met a woman who didn't think those things were endearing.
5 for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
The fact that he even knows that statistic is just funny to me. You could tell like he's definitely had to have this argument before. He's like, makes me think of like that dating profile from Fresh and Fit when Myron's just like, I make 100K, I'm over 6'3", only 1% of men have abs. It's just like, okay. Sometimes you see these people, are you guys real people?
And that's what I mean by they.
Yeah.
They live in the social media, in the social. It's not real world.
Yeah.
The sentence only certain.
Yeah, it's definitely not real, because if you define yourself by abs and how much money you get, bro, you in for a rude awakening, because you're never going to find the love of your life with those things. You're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of fake women that's only with you because of what you got and how you look. The moment you get comfortable and you stop being that dude that she met the first time, bro, it's over. She's sliding out. She's sliding into somebody else's DMs, bro. So to upkeep a lifestyle like that, if you're not doing it for yourself, then don't do it. Because if you do it for somebody else, bro, you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to start looking older than your own wife. You're going to start looking older than what you really are. You don't want that, bro. You don't want that.
More amount of people have abs is weird to me. That's not real world.
Why do you know this stat? It's just like,
it's either I'm talking about people that just graduated, or people that just live on social media. It's they.
Nah, ain't for real though. Like, who really gets on their phone and say, what's the percentage of men in the world that have abs? Who really sits up and search that up just on a regular day? Come on, bro.
Hey, it's them. It's them over there. They're not real people. That's what I mean by them.
I don't know. But anyways, cringe. That's all I can say. Every time this topic comes up, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'm tired of the high value thing.
Oh my god.
The top tier.
You guys haven't moved on from that shit? Jesus Christ.
Well, y'all, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And, man, get in the comments and tell me what y'all think, bro. Because I think it's super, super, superficial. I have nothing else to say on this thing, man. It's your boy, Bo, and I'm signing out telling you to stay up, stay down, but most importantly, dog, stay real.